am is me.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. That's the perfect way to start this. Wait.
Period.
Yes.
Period.
Welcome to another episode of Where's the Remote? I am your host, Steven, and I'm joined here by my lovely friend, co-host, and superstar, Regine. How you doing, friend?
I'm getting through it. 2025. Woo, fuck that. 2026.
Yeah. I'm like,
2026. Like,
okay.
I don't care about 2025 anymore. We've moved on from that.
Yes.
2026 has my husband's birthday. I got my husband's shirt on today. He didn't even know about his family came into town and all of that. So that was overly lit. And then just, somebody want to, people love their birthdays, child. I understand. Mine's national holidays coming up, so I get it. But it has you tired after all that hosting and stuff. So
Yes.
yeah.
But yeah, shout out to him. How was your holidays? For the people that are unaware, Regine and I haven't really spoken since our last recording, which was
I
like the
know.
week of like December.
I know. We talk often. It's like, yeah, I know. Like, honestly, when I logged in today, it was like I had to start all over. Like, I had to start all over. What's going on? But holidays was good. Went back home to Atlanta. That was amazing. Spent time with family. So that was amazing. So I can never, complain about, spending time with family, especially now that, I'm married, all that's over. Splitting up our time, that's a whole nother thing. So but whatever. Don't even care about me. What about you?
You matter. No matter what they say, you matter. My holidays was calm, I mean, haven't really publicized it. I don't really care to publicize it, but I'll say it anyway, with me resigning from my job.
Yeah.
So a lot of peace going into the holidays. I also spent time with my family in Brooklyn. And besides that, it was just like kind of relaxing, decompressing, getting ready for the new year. And now we're here. And I don't know if you share these sentiments, but like, I'm like, okay, I got to start preparing for today or whatever. And it was kind of like, it didn't feel like work, but it also like a weird sense of like newness of like, we have the whole year ahead of us.
Yeah.
We pretty much started way before October, but the show didn't release until October. So we only really had like 4 months and we had like a limited amount of content to like really cover. Now we have the whole year to ourselves to kind of like discuss any and everything. Take me through this. So many shows, movies that we could watch. And then obviously, who knows what's going to happen from a news standpoint. So I'm excited about
me too.
where the show can go. But speaking of which, I think we could kind of we got a few things that we need to address.
Child. You got an agenda.
Listen, man, I'm a little mastermind when I want to be. But since it's a new year, I think it's appropriate if we kind of like introduce ourselves to a certain extent to potentially new audience members we're in a new year. But we already introduced ourselves as Steven, joined here by Regine. I'm originally born and raised in Brooklyn, living in Jersey now for I think it's about to be 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Would have never thought that. Yes. And you were born in New York, but raised in Atlanta. Born in Atlanta.
I'm an
raised in Atlanta.
I was raised by a New Yorker.
Your mom was born in New York.
I was raised by a New Yorker, but I am an AT alien. Like born and raised. I never left Atlanta, lived anywhere else until 2022. Now I currently live in Maryland. I'm right outside of DC. So yeah, I've been here. Oh my God, it'll be 4 years this year, which is even crazier.
Listen, man, time goes by fast.
It really does.
Yes. And like a brief synopsis, I came up with the idea of this show basically like right around the time of the pandemic, or maybe even before that. I don't even remember. And basically been like a 5-year hiatus to kind of figure out what I want to do or whatever the case may be. Shout out to my therapist who kind of put the battery in my back to get the ball rolling. And now we're here. We're 4 months in. And we've done a lot. Shout out to all of your supporters. Shout out to all of my supporters.
Yes.
Shout out to the people that we don't know.
Yes.
Shout out to
supporters. Future supporters.
Yes. Shout out to my homegirl Cindy for helping me come up with the name for our friends, our
Shout out
family
to
that,
her. Shout out to
you
Sig.
know,
She always come through.
our
That's a good
couch
friend.
potatoes. Yes, yes. I have very lovely friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, shout out to all the couch potatoes that's tuning in right now. Um, I'm trying to go through this very quickly because we got we got a lot to cover.
Yes.
Um,
Warning
do you
announcement.
have any like New Year's resolutions, whether personal, whether some for the show? If you don't
Yeah.
have any at all, that's totally fine as
No, I
well.
have a lot. Like, I have so many ideas for 2026. It scares me
Mm,
because I feel like little personal, but for a long time, like I met Steven because I did a podcast. That's how we originally met. We both had separate podcasts. And then when
right.
I visited New York, we did a collab. And that was 2018.
Wow. I don't
I
have
think
no idea.
it's either 2018, 2019, which is still like forever ago, right?
Yes.
And so people have been asking me about doing a podcast. And so when you did ask me to do this, I was like, perfect. I don't talk about myself or whatever, whatever.
Uh-huh.
But having a failed podcast, I would say, and now coming into this and not kind of being scared to fail because that was like my biggest fear is to fail. Now I'm not scared to fail because I accomplished something, which is a wedding. That's even crazier to say. But
Yes.
accomplishing, throwing a wedding and doing all of that by myself was crazier. And it just showed me that I'm way more capable than I think that I am. So, and even doing this, like I was doing this and planning a wedding at the same time. Crazy. So that just kind of showed me I can do so much more than what I'm doing. So all the things, all the thoughts that I have in my head, they will come to fruition this year. So yeah,
Yes, I'm rooting for you, friend. I'm
thank you.
rooting for you.
Thank
And
you.
I appreciate you joining me on this journey.
Of course.
That sounds so cliche and corny, but there's no other way to say it.
It is what it is.
Facts. Um, my only personal, well, outside of like, staying dedicated to the gym,
Yeah.
and then my only like personal goal, find a job. That's number one.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, keeping my mental where it needs to be. But
Yeah.
then for the show itself, like I don't really have anything specific besides like just growing,
Yeah. No, I'm
whatever comes from it, whether it's collabing with other podcasters, having guests. I know we've had conversations on the side about expanding a little bit more.
yeah,
I don't know when that will happen.
coming. This is happening.
Well, there you go. It's happening. Um, yeah, there's a few ideas that have bubbling in my head, but
Yeah.
nothing outside of the one that we were spoken about privately.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else that I'm kind of strongly considering. But yeah, just continually growing, getting the numbers where it needs to be from a social
Yeah.
media perspective, and rubbing some shoulders with the good folks out there.
Yeah.
Um, you and I covered this show late 2025. I don't know if the season finale happened before we went on our break, but I don't know if you have any thoughts about Pluribus, which you and I have very specific opinions about, and I feel like we're kind of in the minority from what I'm seeing out there. Even some like people that I know personally
Yeah.
actually love the show in comparison to
Well,
how I
I've
feel.
heard people say that my homegirl was like, "Have you watched Pluribus?" Like, the worst show ever. That's immediately what I said, like, "Girl, why are we watching this?" So I didn't I'm just catching up. I did not have to well, I watched the season finale was episode 9?
Yes, I
I
think
just
so.
watched it. I literally
Okay.
just watched it. Uh,
Okay.
I mean, not gonna lie, out of all the episodes, that probably was the best one.
Oh,
Out of all of
I
them, I felt like I got something made sense in a sense, which whatever makes sense. Like
mhm.
it kind of like, oh, okay, no,
Um, I don't know if this is a hot take. I would say this is just how I personally feel. Yeah. I think I've reached a point with my level of awareness
hmm
in, I guess, the social stratosphere per se. Making this sound way more complex than what it really needs to be. But I think I reached a point where socially I understand, obviously, as a black person, I understand how I navigate the world, and
yeah,
we obviously understand how white people navigate the world.
and it's so different. It's too different.
And this show is essentially this character who comes off very Karen-like, who initially is distraught by how everything operates
hmm
and is disturbed by it, But then when she gets the one thing that caters to her, she's perfectly fine. She has no interest in changing it at all because it soothes her. And maybe that's more of a human nature thing and not
Yeah,
necessarily race
yeah, we
tie.
like to be comfortable.
Yeah. And it isn't until when she realizes that won't be her present forever, then that's when she's kind of like, fuck this. We need to go back to turn this whole shit down.
Yeah.
And I don't know, for me, that really like turned me off because as a person of color, we see these sorts of things happen of like white people come somewhere or something happens
Mhm.
and they hate it until it benefits them. And
Mm.
then when it no longer benefits them, then they have an issue with it. And I was
They
kind of
want
like,
yeah, they want to go away.
I'm cool. And obviously the show is not even necessarily about her per se. It's more of a psychological thing of like,
Humans.
here's this world where it's an apocalypse, but it's
Mhm.
not really because there's no harm, there's peace on earth or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
what does that mean for your level of like happiness and how
Yeah.
you yeah, I get all of those sort of social conversations it's trying to have. But when I just watch it from that sort of lens of how I see it, of like, here's this white woman who she couldn't write her book until she got some ass, and now all of a sudden she can write her book again.
Bruh, you so crazy. That's
That's literally what happened. She got some coochie, and
and
then all of a
like,
sudden she had
2
all
books
these
out.
ideas. She had all these ideas. And then I was like, "Oh, okay." And
Uh,
then once it's like, "Oh no, like we're gonna find some way to make you one of the joined," and then it was
yeah.
like, "Oh nah, fuck this," and it's
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
To me, it came off as typical white woman behavior. So
But honestly, this is the part about Pluribus is, like, so interesting because, like, okay, if y'all do turn Carol,
show's over.
what are we watching?
Show's over. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I personally is not for me. I'm not
yeah,
gonna continue watching. I know a lot of people that I've seen in various mediums, whether it's like regular people, people in
yeah.
media, sports analysts, whoever, they're considering like Pluribus, number one show of the year. And it's like, more power to y'all. I respect everybody's opinion. You know, it is what it is. But for
I
me, I can't be tapping in
no,
anymore.
I saw that she won a reward for her performance, which I do believe, like, the acting of that Carol, the character she does, is very well. It's just everything else over it, like the storyline, the characters, the action, the plot, all those things are just so
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, I'm not gonna give her any slack for her performance. She does a great job. She was
she
great in
does.
Better Call Saul, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I think I just don't like her character
Yes,
specifically because
Carol.
it reminds me of like white people that I experience in
Mhm.
everyday life, and it's like,
Yeah.
I already have a job. Well, I already used to have a job. I don't need a TV show reminding me of the same thing. It's kind of like this old Vince Staples joke, um, where he basically used to say all the time, like, he don't like to watch TV shows with white people doing good. And that show kind of reminds me of that.
I'm
Of like,
screaming.
she's in a certain position and it's kind of like she's good at one point, and then the next minute it's like, no, I gotta change this whole shit because it doesn't
Yeah.
cater to me. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah.
But, more power to everybody that enjoys Pluribus. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
hate on I
Just
ain't gonna
not
hate
us.
on
I guess that's off the list.
it. Listen, January is gonna be a busy month anyway, so
Don't
fine
even
by
care.
me.
Don't
Now I have a little surprise reveal for you. I didn't tell you about
I
this.
know. I seen it and I'm like, "What does this mean?"
So I watched something that you told me to watch repeatedly. I watched Silo. I binged all of Silo. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It is a good show. It is a good show. I don't hate it. Um, I think season 1 to me was more intriguing and
Mhm.
better in comparison to season 2. I think season 2 was a bit slower,
Mhm.
especially where her
It
going
definitely was in
to
the beginning for sure.
especially when she goes to the other silo and like she's in
Mhm.
there for like
Yeah, she's
basically
in
the
it
whole
forever.
season.
Yeah, she's in it
The whole
forever.
season. Like
Yeah.
I could have did without that. Like we gotta speed this shit up.
Anyway,
Um, but yeah, I think it was interesting. I think it's really good, but I wouldn't necessarily put it in the tier of like best TV shows on TV. And I gave this remark.
it's definitely hard to put current television in the best television of all time. That is 100% a fact.
Even so, I don't even think it's like one of the better shows that's airing on TV right now. I think it's like
We'll have to
I think
dissect.
it's like I think it's like right outside that group,
Okay, that's
like on the cusp.
and that's your
Like
opinion.
it's intriguing, it's good, but it's also like, and I said this before, it's like if you've seen one apocalyptic
Yeah,
show, you kind of see it all. So it's like there's a lot of themes that are repetitive. So it's like, oh, okay, I
yeah,
could kind of get that.
yeah, and I feel like because there's so many apocalyptic shows, there are gonna be some overlapping things. The only thing I think I liked about Silo was usually we see apocalyptic like, it just happened, we're rebuilding, whatever it looks like. This is like, they've been down there for 150 years or so,
Hmm.
and they have create like, kinda like how our world is, like, this is the world that we know, we never really fight back. What? What?
You said
What?
that, it made me think about that's another thing because it kind of, how can I say this? It's kind of the same reason why I don't like Pluribus because there's aspects that remind me of like society now. So
Mhm.
it's like the politics and like
Yeah,
lying to the people or whatever. And it's like it's literally what is happening. Well, it's been happening
yeah.
since even before we were
I
here.
think even if currently in today's world something like that happens, we would still revert back to the rules that we know. I think it's hard for us as people to think outside of the box because we've never seen it.
Right, right, right.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. The
Yeah,
only three things that I don't like
3 things,
from
Jesus.
Silo.
Okay.
Common acting is absolutely horrible. They needed somebody else. Like, his whole stoic
Yeah,
sort of demeanor is not,
not giving comment.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not believable to me.
yeah.
The deputy sheriff, the black dude with the hand issue, he
Oh,
annoyed the fuck out of me. It's
really?
like, yo, be a man, yo, like, he always crying and complaining to his, and
Because
what's with,
I
and
think
it's another thing, time out.
okay,
What
okay.
is with all this interracial stuff that keeps being promoted in TV now?
Every
Now I feel like it's agenda. High key now I feel like it's an agenda.
Well, they're seeing what's going on. No shade, but every person I went to high school with, and I went to a predominantly white high school, a lot of them are interracial couples.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, like Kam is the only one who's actually with
A black
a
woman.
black woman.
Yeah,
It's like every TV show is mad interracial
it
couples.
is. I agree with all
So yeah, it just looked crazy to me. Like you crying and complaining about your job that you wanted, and then you going home to your white wife to complain about it. Like,
well,
bro,
I think the biggest thing about that sheriff is he was such a rule follower. Could you imagine being a rule follower and all of a sudden it's like everything you know is
as an Aquarius, I'm
no.
not built like that. I'm not built like that.
Okay,
That's
we
probably what
start off
bothers.
we start
Yeah,
off,
I've been a rebel since the
yeah,
womb.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can't, I
I'm
can't.
creating my
And
own
then
period.
the only other minor thing is Rebecca Ferguson. Her accent be going in and out
You
sometimes.
talking about the main character?
Yeah, like I could, like I know she's Irish, so
Mm,
it's like sometimes it's like,
certain words. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I get
but
that.
other than that, it's a good show. It's
Yeah.
enjoyable. Like when
It
the next season comes out, I will watch it to see,
okay, thank
whatever.
you, thank
But
you.
the way you
I'll
was pushing it, like is, if you missing out.
yeah, you are. In my opinion, that's my opinion. You are, in my opinion. It is what it
Okay,
is. It's my
okay,
opinion.
okay, okay. Uh,
I
no
said
pushback.
what I said.
No pushback. And then for the last thing, I guess this is more of an announcement, for people that have been tuning in already. We kind of are switching up our schedule.
Mm,
So episodes now will be releasing on Tuesday. Those will primarily be our reaction episodes to stuff that's airing. And when there's not stuff that's airing, then we'll make an effort to do, like a TV draft or some evergreen topics and things of that nature. And then our rewatch series, Rewind and Analyze, will be dropping on Thursdays instead of Friday.
mm.
And should I announce what we were watching? Yes.
Honestly, yes, because I wanna know how we got here.
I was gonna mention it in that episode.
Okay.
But
Okay, no, what I can wait then, I can wait then, I can wait.
okay. My lips are sealed. My
Okay,
lips are sealed.
okay.
With that being said, let's actually jump into the focus for this episode.
Oh
And
my
we will be recapping the final, I think this is the final season, or the final two chapters, or the
Mhm,
final half of Stranger Things.
mhm.
Um, and we should just jump in this really quickly because I got a lot of points to make.
I know you do. I know you do. I
Listen,
know
man,
it. I'm
I
scared.
warned you. Listen, all I'm going to
I
say is
know.
I
You was
told y'all
right.
so.
You was
I
right.
told y'all so.
You right. You was right.
Anyways, um, beginning with the shock jock, the final arc of the series sees the Hawkins survivors uncovering the dark truth that Eleven and Callie's powers originated from Henry Creel's blood while they launch a multi-front assault on the Upside Down to rescue Holly Wheeler and the other kidnapped children. As the war reaches its breaking point, Callie makes the ultimate sacrifice during a military ambush to protect her sister, while Will Byers finally turns his trauma into a weapon, using his lingering connection to the Mind Flayer to paralyze Vecna from within. The series finale, The Right Side Up, culminates in Joyce delivering the final blow to Vecna and a massive explosion that permanently destroys the Upside Down, leading to the emotional 18-month time jump where the survivors transition into adulthood, with Max making a full recovery, the core group graduating toward new lives in New York City and Boston, and Hopper and Joyce finally getting engaged. The story closes where it began, with a new generation of children starting a Dungeons and Dragons campaign in the Wheeler's basement, leaving the mystery of Eleven's survival as a final hopeful note for the future. My dear friend, what were your immediate thoughts?
Okay, immediate thoughts, especially my immediate thought after finishing that finale was I didn't need that send off. I literally was so tuned in into the episode, and then when it got to the send off, what was that 30, 45 minutes and I'm like, that was the long that thing was so long, I forgot I was watching Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
And that part, I feel like ruined the little buildup that it had.
Uh-huh.
I feel like I ain't never watched a show that had a send off now. Like this ain't and maybe this goes back to being like a family TV show. Like I haven't seen a send off like that since like back in the day where they would have like little things like Fresh Prince and the end,
Uh-huh.
like
Uh-huh.
stuff like that. Like we haven't seen that in forever because it's not a thing anymore. We're wrapping up television. We're wrapping up a story. We don't care about these characters because after this, we ain't gonna never think about them again. We're never going to
Facts.
think about them again. We're never going to think about how they did the send off. We're going to think about one of them killing Vecna, which was the biggest thing, and that's it. And that's really it. That's really it. So that ruined it for me as a whole. And then honestly, it's just wow, so many things. Also, tell me, okay, so like I said, I feel like at the end when we recapped the first 1 through 4 episodes
Uh-huh.
that we did, and I was excited. I was like so hyped. Will got powers. I was like, okay, we about to go in there swinging. We got 3 people with powers at this point. So like we could use these to beat him. It shouldn't be that hard. We can work together as a team. We got the humans. Da, 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 da. We can do it. It ain't gonna take that long. It took ages. It took ages to get there.
I try to tell y'all.
You were right.
I said it beforehand.
You were
I
right.
said it on social media. The math just isn't mathing.
Yeah.
You got feature blockbuster movies that get shot in a year. Post-production is probably a year. Great content. Took them motherfuckers like 4 or 5 years. It's like, something's not right.
Yeah.
Something's not right. Why is
Yeah.
it taking y'all so long to
Yeah.
do this?
Yeah.
And they showed why it took so long.
Yeah.
It felt way overproduced.
Yes.
Stranger Things, while being sci-fi, was very much a grounded show. You had these
Mhm.
little kids in this small town and their respective families and parents. You had the fucking chief of police,
Mhm.
Hopper, and this whole upside down and scary monsters.
Mhm.
This whole abyss, black hole thing, it was just too much. It was just too much. Everybody loved the upside down. You introduced the abyss in the final episode. Never heard about the abyss in any part of this show prior and you introduce in
Talking
the
about, like, how they were connecting the world.
yes, that whole other world and all that other extra
Yes,
shit, we
yes,
didn't need all that. We did
yeah,
not need all that.
yeah,
It was overproduced. Tonally, I feel like they took too long and it fucked them up because you have these mid 20-year-olds
yes,
trying to play late teenagers,
yeah,
but then it's still supposed to be kind of like kiddie to a certain extent. So sometimes they say shit and didn't really feel right coming off of them because like that's a grown ass man. Why are you talking like that? Like, stop, stop. And they have the same issue with the little kids, even the kids that they captured.
yeah,
They're supposed to be like 8, 9, 10-year olds. You could tell that they're probably like 11, 12, 13.
yeah,
So they look more mature. So when
yeah.
they're believing Vecna or even saying certain things, it's kind of like, this doesn't feel right. Like there's a disconnect. And you could tell they didn't know how to end this shit in any capacity because it's just a bunch of stuff that just
And the
didn't
thing
mesh
is they
well.
didn't know because there was only one problem. We had one problem this whole entire time we've been watching this series, and
Yeah, but you could tell they didn't know how to execute that.
that's crazy. That's
Listen, man.
crazy.
Listen,
No, it's
man.
it's only one way to get to where we need to go.
And they dropped the ball miserably. Like, it was not good. I did not enjoy any part of it. There was only one aspect that I'll get to at some point that I actually like. Like, one thing that they did that was like, "Oh, okay, this is dope." Everything else, I could deal without.
Yeah.
Um, let me go through these notes because we're gonna be here for a while.
I'm screaming.
So, episode 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, it felt way too overproduced. I don't even know what made me write this comment, but it just felt like we just doing too much. Like
Doing too much
we
immediately.
just doing too much. I don't know why I put Mike in Game of Thrones. That I don't even know. When did Holly get back to Vecna's crib? Yeah, like so many things would happen that would
That
happen off
part,
screen.
that part was actually very confusing to me because I swear Holly was just with Max. So
Bro,
when did she come back to the house with the other like,
I don't know.
yeah,
Then the whole dipshit Derek, Holly, and Max arguing and constantly bickering,
yeah,
hated it. Like,
yeah,
I know this is supposed to be for humor.
yeah,
Didn't land for me. It didn't work.
yeah,
Also, it was kind of crazy, which it kind of makes sense of like Joyce starts out as someone who's always crashing out because
yeah,
Will is disappearing or whatever, but
yeah.
now she's supposed to like believe in him and support him. But
Mhm.
it's like he just got powers, and now you think he about to fight Vecna, and you're fully on supporting him with this. It was like, eh, eh. I get it, but also like I don't get it. Um, and it just felt like a different show. Like if this
Mhm.
final season didn't feel from a tonal perspective like what they had been doing the previous
Yeah.
4 seasons. It almost felt like they wanted it to be an event, but it's like we
Mhm.
didn't need it to be an event. We just needed you to just wrap this story up. Like wrap this story up. And then again, because of the fucking time jump,
Yeah,
or not the time jump, because of how long it took them to do
yeah.
this final season, this whole Steve and Dustin fight, because Dustin is clearly
Didn't
still
understand
reeling.
it. Didn't
He
understand it.
he's still reeling from Eddie
Yeah.
dying from season 4. I'm, like, completely oblivious to that, and I'm like, this would have been more effective had my thought process was season 4 should have been longer. You should have extended it for, like, a couple more episodes and then ended it right there versus having this whole other season, because by then, I'm like, I think it's what? A couple months when Vecna opens the Upside Down, so he's
Mhm.
still, like, PTSD or whatever, but for us, it's, like, 5 years, so I'm like, "Why are you tripping out over your homeboy that got murked?" I'm like, I'm over this. I'm
I
over
don't
it."
know why they brought back, like, that whole story, cause like, with Hell's Club, that was like, that was just so
Yeah,
far, like, so long ago type of thing.
yeah,
I understand
yeah.
why they wanted
I
to
don't know if you have any notes from episode 5 that you wanna share.
Episode 5, no, 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 no.
That's
No,
fine. We can keep going. We can keep
like,
going.
can I say episodes 5 through 8 was literally like, "Okay, when we gonna get to the finale?" Like, that's basically how
Literally nothing happens.
like, basically filler episodes until then.
literally nothing happens.
Yeah.
The whole season, literally nothing happens. Episode 6, again, this was all about the upside down for such a long period of time. Now we got all these science elements of like this wormhole and the bring of the abyss, and it's like, I didn't need all that. I was fascinated with the upside down, it looking like Hawkins and what he was trying to do. Why? Um, Again, these kids are like 13 playing 9-year-olds. Like sometimes she talks like a little kid, sometimes she talks like a teenager. Holly was throwing me the fuck off. It was throwing me the
And
fuck off.
honestly, I don't know why they made her such a main character. That was interesting.
I don't know.
And
And
I
then
don't know if they did that, just kinda fast forwarding to, like, the finale of, like, how it ended with, like, her and her friends. I'm hoping they're not trying to continue this.
there's gonna be a spinoff, but I don't know who. Well, I think they said none of the like main characters from the original show is going to be. I'm not
Mhm.
watching. It doesn't even matter. I don't even know why I
Gotta
brought it.
stop it.
No, next. Anyways,
Stop, nigga.
they tried multiple times to have like these emotional touch points. Did
Mhm.
not work. Did not land for me.
Yep.
Everybody was crying at some point, and I'm just like, "Fuck y'all crying about?" Like,
Yep.
y'all been through this. Like, I don't care. And then again, tonally, it was weird. There's moments where this felt like a very kid-like show, and then there was moments where it felt
No, adult
way
show.
mature.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
is
absolutely.
when I think is when Will goes into Vecna's mind the first time, and like Vecna captures him, and he's like
Mhm.
blood is pouring out of his eyes. I'm like,
Mhm.
you're
So
doing a
gory.
lot.
So
You're doing a
gory.
lot. You're doing a lot. But then you'll
So
have goofy
gory.
shit that will happen, and it's like, pick a
Wah,
side.
wah,
Pick a
wah, wah,
side.
wah, wah.
Um, the
Yeah.
Demogorgon chasing Max. Like, like, bro, I just I don't get it. Like, these are supposed to be like indefensible killers. They caught mad bodies the first 4 seasons. Now all of a sudden, they
Nobody's
operate like
dying.
they operate like dogs. They can't
Not
find nothing.
dogs.
They can't do anything.
Not
Then
dogs.
they gave Mama Wheeler a superhero moment, which made no sense.
Now that
No sense.
listen, these only adults we've seen is Hopper and Joyce. Why why are we adding we don't need to add more. We have our core. And it's like we've been here for so long. We just want to see the people that we know.
I remember when a Demogorgon was on your ass, that was your ass. Now, you could just distract Demogorgons with sounds inside of a laundry machine and they're gonna die. You don't see when she walks in. She just got cut up by some Demogorgons a couple of days ago. Now she downstairs saving the gang. I don't get it. I don't get
Yeah,
it.
I know. I definitely did not like them bringing the parents into the whole storyline of it all.
The
Like,
parents should have
I
died. They should have died. Like, it's that simple.
but it's just like, we've been here for so long with our and it's first off, it's a lot of main characters in this, by the way. Like, the group is so big, we don't need to add no more. We need to keep it real we're clean. We're done. We're done.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Uh, Throughout the season, there's multiple areas where the CGI just looks bad because again,
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
doing too much. Just
Yeah.
doing too much.
Demogorgon,
Um,
say for sure.
Moving on to episode 7, unless you have
Yeah.
anything for episode
Oh,
6 to share.
okay.
Okay. Fine
Snack.
by me.
Talking about it all.
Episode 7, I'm still upset about this, them doing this whole other dimensions, the abyss, this wormhole. The upside down was the main
I
character.
didn't understand why they would make another universe. That was so confusing to me. That was so
It was unnecessary.
that was so confusing to me. And honestly, first off, before we keep moving forward, Nancy and the brother, when they was on the table and they almost melted, I don't know what was going on. I didn't know what that was. That was so confusing to me.
And the dumb part is they fell through the hole. But when they end up on the table, I think the homeboy was tall enough that he could push Nancy up into the hole to
There's
climb up.
just so many things, so many things. But why did they have a full-blown heartfelt conversation that also was a 20-minute conversation. I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't give a nothing about Nancy and the boy. I don't know his name exactly. I don't even know his name. Did not care anything about them. Honestly, I didn't think they were gonna make it. So I didn't understand why they was together. I thought she was gonna go back to Steve.
Nobody died. 8 episodes and nobody of importance died. The only person that died was Callie. And I ain't even think
We
about
didn't even
Callie
need we didn't even need
season
her to die.
2.
We didn't need her to die. Well, why would we bring her back if we were gonna kill her just like that? We don't need that. We don't need that.
Then she was killing the vibes with the whole suicide talk the whole time. Like, bro, we just seen you for the first time in like 7 years, and you on some like, I don't know if I want to live anymore.
Girl.
Bro, we already got
Girl.
some real shit going on. Like,
Girl.
you just doing a lot, yo.
Yeah.
I don't know what this emo vibe you on, but
Yeah,
you gotta chill. Like,
she was bringing down
I
the
don't
vibe.
know if you gotta smoke
Honestly,
something, lose your virginity, do something. Please, girl, get it together.
she was so down with everything that I thought that she would honestly, this would have been a better way to even play this. If they would have been like, Callie is low-key spying on them through Vecna, I'd have been like, oh, okay. She had
Or
no
if she wanted to be like, I'm tired of this, and wanted to go try to kill Vecna herself and ends up dying in the process. And we're like, oh, okay, like here's this person who's been captured, been tortured, and she's like, yo, I'll put my life on the line for y'all to have some level of peace. But she just went out by a mistaken gunshot.
Yeah.
Even though it was allegedly a pump fake because she was, I guess, technically still alive because she did
I
the
didn't
whole
even like
mirage
that.
thing. The whole episode 7, nothing happens. And then obviously the talk when it aired was obviously Will coming out. All due respect to people of the community and things of that nature, I felt nothing. And the reason why I felt nothing is I knew Will was gay like 2 seasons ago. Like, he could have came out 2 seasons ago and I'd have been straight. Like, we good. Like, this whole build up and like him trying to it just didn't land because it's like, it's clear that he was different than everybody else, because it was clear that at some point, and I don't know if that was still the case, he liked Mike. Like, he had a thing for Mike. But obviously Mike was always with 11.
Right.
So it's like, we already knew that. You could have did this whole coming out thing a couple seasons ago and it have been way more impactful.
Yeah.
You just doing this now, it's like, trash. Trash. I don't know if you got anything else for episode 7 before I go to the heavy hitter.
No, let's move on. I'm ready to wrap this up.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about this shit no more, actually. Like, that's how I felt after. Honestly, when I was watching it, the only part I was like, okay, something's going to happen at the end of episode, what's the last one before the finale?
Episode 7.
And then, like, when the kids do that, I'm like, oh, that's the only thing that got me hyped. That's the only thing that got me hyped.
Trash. Let me open my phone because this part pissed me the fuck off.
Oh my God, Steven.
And no.
He's tired.
No, I hate poor storytelling. So my first point that I have on here was, and I don't know if you remember her, but what was the point of getting Shorty from the Terminator movies as the general when they just left after 11 eventually dies? And so
they dropped that whole ball. And honestly, which is crazy,
you could have casted anybody for that.
Yeah. The fact that they dropped the ball so hard with her, because pretty much this whole season 1, we've been seeing her. And we're like, who is this person? Who is this person?
She wasn't in the previous season. She wasn't.
No, I'm saying like this current season.
Oh, okay.
How they were pushing her so hard in this season, but we don't really go anywhere with her.
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing. And the reason why I pulled up my phone was there was a post on social media.
Oh Lord.
The Duffer Brothers, who created and write Stranger Things, had did an interview with some magazine about all the plot holes that were left at the end of the series. Why? And in relation to her character, they said, this is the Duffer Brothers on Dr. K and the military leaving. I suppose there's not much else to do. There's no 11 to chase anymore. My guess is they just sort of slowly dismantled operations and left town. Like, bro, my guess. Not I know, not we wrote it and we just didn't have anything to shoot
That's the
for it.
point of the director's cut, you know? They're supposed to answer those questions that we're thinking.
I say this to say more Black writers need to get the bag instead of people who I'm gonna bullshit their job.
No creativity, child.
Moving on. I think it would have been better. I think the final season would have been better if they executed it more like these are teenagers versus like children, because there's moments where they act like little kids, but then there's moments where they act like teenagers. Like you could tell, especially in the third act of the final episode, even though I hated it, like these are more mature people, like,
Yeah.
even though it was kind of cringe. Lucas is saying Max looks sexy, whatever.
That was so disgusting.
Yeah, that was
That
weird.
was so and let me before you keep moving on, I don't like how
Another iteration.
forced. I don't like how Lucas was such a main character in these previous seasons and how he's just been cut tremendously this season.
Honestly, there was no main character other than Holly. 11 barely did shit. The rest of the group, even the whole group, barely did shit. Like you see bits and pieces of, storylines here and there, but it felt more like, oh, collectively, everybody's a main character. And I was like, no,
Yes.
they're not. No, they're not.
No, but that's not how it's been. It's like a hierarchy. Like we could literally tell Mike, 11, Joyce, Hopper, Will, because he's missing.
Yeah, it was.
And Lucas, because he's the only Black guy.
Yeah. And then there was that part where the military found Erica and the professor. How they did that, I have no idea. How they found them, I have no idea. Of all places, I'm just cool. I don't know.
Even that was like poof. Like, okay, they found them. Poof. Next. Nothing like
I just don't know.
Yeah,
11.
Nothing finished.
11. Sometimes she talks normal, sometimes she talks in her broken English when we first meet her. I was so confused. She'll have all these things to say to Hopper, but then other times she's like speaking in like her broken English thing that she used to do.
Like she not speak English.
What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? And then it was clear that because the actress is now a grown-ass adult, like there's moments where they try to hide her womanhood or whatever, and it's like painfully obvious. Not to say that
had the body.
Not to say that that's a bad thing, but it's also like then don't put her in a position where you have to. Like
that shape was shaping. I was like, dang girl, you got that Coca-Cola.
I have no comment. When they cut to black when Steve was supposed to die. That was so cheap. So cheap.
Like you knew it was gonna happen. You knew.
Either do it or not.
Yeah.
Like, either do it or not.
Somebody had to die for sure. At least one person.
And I said this before, they should have hired real kids as the kids instead of hiring these young preteens to play children, because it was just not believable. It was hard to watch the little kidnapped kids try to play off.
Like 12, 13.
Yeah, it wasn't doing it. It wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah.
The only good scene out of all fucking 8 episodes for me was when Vecna had Hop thinking that he shot L in the tank. Yes. That was a jaw-dropping moment.
Yes.
They could have did that the whole season. Vecna jumping into everybody's mind, making them see things that they wasn't really there, and how that impacted their relationships. That would have been elite TV. But instead, that was the only dope thing that they wrote.
It's crazy.
Because I really thought he shot her.
Me
I really
too.
thought he shot her.
Me too. I was like, "Of course that would happen. Of course he would make it seem like he
Yeah,
dared
too emotional, getting caught up. He needs to protect her because he's already lost one daughter. He got to protect his adoptive one. It makes sense. And then that's the
Don't.
only that's the only highlight. That's literally the only highlight for
I'm
me.
about to yawn because I'm so
Um,
bored.
yes. I already said I'm let me go through these quickly because we got
Yeah,
better shit. We got better shit to get to.
we do.
Um, all the suicide shit was annoying. Callie wanted to kill herself. 11 wanted to kill herself. Hopper wanted to kill herself. Everybody wanted to die.
Now that's
Everybody.
now that's some propaganda for you, for real though. Why is everybody wanting to kill themselves?
I
This is
just
a
can't.
children's show.
I just can't. I just can't.
Mm.
And this next note is more of a personal thing. I really hate, or I'm starting to hate slow motion action scenes. Like
Mhm.
just show it. Like I hate slow motion action scenes. Like it kills
Yeah.
me. Um, and again, you don't kill Steve, but then you kill off Callie, who we hadn't seen since season 2. There's literally no emotional investment
Very
in
Paquita.
that. So it's like it did nothing for me.
Yeah.
Again, it felt very ambitious. It felt very overproduced. This is probably at the point where they're now in the abyss and
Mhm.
they're walking into this new
Oh
world.
my
And
god, I hated that whole thing.
the
Like, can we get this
CGI was
book?
already bad. The CGI was already bad doing regular shit. Now you're gonna create a whole world that these regular people gonna be in. It's like I can't. The emotional montage just didn't land for me. Joyce decapitating Vecna, it was like,
Why?
and I
Why?
get it's supposed to be like her comeuppance after all the trauma that
Oh,
Vecna
no,
put her
no.
through
We don't care
because
about
kidnap.
Joyce. She is a grown person. We care about the kids. Like
I just
like, at that point, like, I didn't understand, like, he should have been dead. Done. Boom, boom, boom. Like, we don't need to revive him so that Joyce can have her moment. That made 0 sense.
it was just unnecessary. And then it wasn't like a clean cut. It was
Yeah.
and I'm like, just do the shit already.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I hated it. The pump fake of the L self-sacrifice. Yo, nobody dies, bro. Nobody dies.
Honestly, I would have felt better if Elle killed herself.
Like nobody.
Like, yes, Elle, kill yourself. Let's end it.
I just can't. Vecna didn't catch no real bodies the whole season. Like he is this big bad that we've been dealing
And he's
with for
super
2
strong.
seasons, and he ain't catch no real bodies. He did not kill not a single person that we cared about. Killed a bunch of military people, and that's it. Like that's it. Even Callie died, and she died by the military's hand. She didn't even die because of Vecna. Trash. Already said this. The third act was horrible. Like you mentioned, we did not need this whole montage payoff of
Mm-mm.
everybody and what they're doing with their lives. And
Did not
usually,
care.
all
Did
this
not
stuff,
care.
most TV shows, they give you like a 2 to 3 minute sort of like, here's what happened, and then we gone. Not a lot of TV shows give you an extended one. And
No.
if you do an extended one, it has to be like top tier. Like
Yes.
Superman and Lois. I know you probably didn't watch that. That was really good. Montage that they ended it with. I won't get into it because it's a bit long. But yeah, like I didn't care. The adult kids now talking about their
Now
college
that
lives, and
part I didn't understand because they were such a small part of it all.
why?
We do not care.
Why? It just I did why?
Like, that scene
Hey,
was so
you
fun.
know how you could have done that effectively? Actually shoot what they're doing in their adult lives.
Mhm.
That's it. That's literally all you had to do. It's like, oh, here's what Steve is doing now. Here's what Nancy's doing now. Here's what other one is doing now. And then we move on. Like the whole conversation and like What are you gonna do now? Well, I don't know, trying
I
to shoot a
stopped
movie.
listening.
I don't care. I don't care. And then the very end, with them playing Dungeons and Dragons one last time.
Bruh.
Granted, Dungeon and Dragon, respect to the community. Dungeons and Dragons is for kids, is for adults, is
Yeah,
whoever wants to play.
right.
It didn't do it for me. Like, these are grown ass people. Max is crashing out because of how the game went. Then you have the whole Mike doing his storyteller thing to talk about where Elle is at now and how she actually pump fake everybody. I didn't shed a tear. I didn't bat an eye. I felt nothing.
My nail tech was like, "Since when did Mike become a storyteller?" I was like,
All
"Yeah,
they should have did was had all of them packing their shit up as they leave Hawkins or getting ready to leave
they
for
could have ended
college.
that as them graduating high school."
Yes, that. Or they could have ended with them packing up their shit and then Mike going down in the basement to grab something and then seeing the Dungeons and Dragons game and then putting
They
it
kept a
away.
preview of when they were there.
Yeah, he could have picked it up, looked at it, and you could have looked at all these like previous moments where it's like, oh, they were playing for the first time, and then
Right,
Will gets lost, and then all the
right.
things that they dealt with. That would have been more emotionally impactful. And then he puts the game away, and then he goes back upstairs and whatever. But it was just way too much. And then, yo, I never want to see Noah Schnapp cry on my screen ever again.
That was
He's the
fun.
one who plays Will. I never want to see him.
You know what?
He is not a good
His
actor.
acting
Is
at it
trash.
got real bad. It
Trash.
got
And
real bad.
every time he cries, he looked like Kim K when he was crying. I hated it.
You are crazy.
I hated it.
Not the Kim K crying face.
Boo.
I'm not
Boo.
at Kim.
Tomato.
She's crying. I'm laughing at her because she has an ugly crying face.
Horrible. I don't have any more points. I
Don't.
gave all, what is it, 5, 6, I gave all 4 episodes a
Before.
2
So,
2 out
yeah.
of 5 stars.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
They could have done so much
Yeah.
differently. What they should have done was made season 4 a little bit longer, made the whole thing about Vecna wanting to change the real world into the upside down, and then he could have still had the kid thing, which they never really explained why he needed the kids.
No. They
They
never explained why it was 12 children.
He could have just grabbed all them kids up. Then he could have had the Demogorgons all over town. That was another thing. Let me because
Even
I said this in the first time we did the first batch of why
yeah.
there's not enough Demogorgons.
Mhm.
Here's the Duffer Brothers and their answer
Okay.
on why the Demogorgons being absent. Mainly is just that Vecna was not expecting to sneak attack on his home turf. They're there somewhere. He doesn't need his little ant army to attack. They used to have a phrase in Hollywood, and I don't know if this is a phrase that they still use, but you're never going to work in this town again because I can't. I can't.
You're never gonna work in this business again.
Bro, instead of wasting all the money and time on the CGI universe, you could have just CGI Demogorgons all
Yeah.
over Hawkins, kidnapped the kids that way, and that could have been way more of an emotional impact.
I thought when he was up there and cooking up whatever he was cooking up, I thought that heart being was little baby Demogorgons. I thought he was gonna come out
We
with
don't know how Demogorgons are made. We don't know how they're crafted. We don't know none of this shit. It's just
they were such a
we seen what, 4 of them tops in a whole season. All right, man. 2 stars out of 5. Where's this fucking
Yeah, I just want to say this is why the conversation of greatest television show, greatest show of all time, it's only a quinto of shows that can actually get up there.
Yes.
And the major part is starting a great show and ending a great show. You don't
Yes.
you don't have to drag it out. We came here for the storytelling. Even in the storytelling in your real life where the drama is juicy and good, it ends very simple. It don't
And
have to
then
be complex.
what made it worse, y'all gave us this wacky ass schedule for shit that was even worth the wait.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Wacky ass schedule for shit that was
That
even worth the
schedule
wait.
was terrible.
And I'm just watching this shit. I'm like, okay, the episode's done. We didn't really do much. Nothing has
Right.
really happened. Like, okay, the
Yeah.
biggest reveal was Elle and Callie got their powers from Henry. Whoop de fucking do.
There was a point of giving Will powers if he couldn't really do much. Like, he did help at the end, but it's just like, what was the point?
That's why I was giving y'all the side eye when y'all was all hype when Will got powers. Cause y'all think he was about to do some shit. This
Because
boy, this
theoretically,
boy, this boy
theoretically
been
he should have.
this boy been
Theoretically
crying. He been crying since season 1. He wasn't about to do nothing.
theoretically, he should have. That would have made good television. This is how you get
Dub,
send me the writer's shit before you put it out there. 'Cause
dub,
it's starting to piss me off.
dub. And we didn't even get a reason as to why he got the powers. All right, man. You know what? Um,
Get out of here.
yo. All right. The
Nothing
general
positive.
on what I'm assuming you're also giving it 2 stars.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It really wasn't good. It really wasn't good.
I told y'all. I'm about to drop that video, even though it's a little
I
girl
told
cursing.
y'all.
I told y'all niggas. I
Told y'all.
told y'all niggas. All right.
What they
The
give it?
general public gave season 5. Well, I guess I should do all of them
Oh
just
yeah.
in case.
Yeah.
Episode 1 they gave a 7.9. Episode 2 they gave a 8.4. Episode 3 they gave a 8.5. Episode 4 they gave a 9.4, and they tricked y'all. They fucking tricked all
They
y'all.
did.
Episode 5 they gave a 7.9. Episode 6 they gave a 8.0. Episode 7 is the lowest rated episode in the series at a 5.6. And then
Damn.
episode 8 is a 7.8. Listen, man. Listen.
Yeah.
It's well deserved. Especially the episode 7 rating is accurate because as
It
a
happened.
penultimate episode, there's supposed to be some sort of build up. It did
Mhm.
not feel like a build up. It just felt like another episode, and then it's like, oh shit, finale's next week. Like,
Mhm.
that's how it felt. Like,
Mhm.
episode 7, absolutely nothing happens. Like, I
Mhm.
literally have it in my notes. In caps, nothing happened.
Yeah. I just the part that I did like the most, because we didn't have any positives.
The onion, besides the pump fake Hopper
The
possibly killing Elle,
only thing that I did like about this season was the mind, the memories, and how to get back is through the memories. I did enjoy that. That was something different, I would say. I did enjoy Max being in his memories, understanding his mind, doing that, the trauma behind I mean, obviously, all that, whatever. But yeah,
not to yuck your yum.
of course. Of course.
Yes, all of that happened, but what did that mean in the end?
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. That part was so great. It could have meant so much more. It's like every big thing that was good, they could have took and built off of that. They did not do that. They just want to put all these things in there, and then I don't fucking know. And it ended. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hate it.
I said this on social media. The final season is definitely worse than the final season of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones
Yeah.
had some highs early on, and then it fumbled towards the end. There was
Honestly, I didn't really hate the ending of I mean, I hated it because it was like it should have been way better for sure. But to your point, yeah, I think this probably is worse.
this is worse because
Because
literally
in
nothing
some
happened.
senses, the ending of Game of Thrones made sense. And it only made sense because they've been fighting over this throne everybody want to be on this throne, and in the end, nobody gets the throne.
Mhm.
So that kind of makes sense in a sense of
Game
it.
of Thrones final season had highs. You have, I think, it's the Battle of the Bastards is in the final season where Jon Snow thinks he's about to fight that whole army by himself,
That's
dolo.
all right. See, nah.
I think Battle of Bastards is in the last
I thought that was the one
season.
before.
Or I have the name of the war wrong. I could be wrong. But I
No, I
think
think
that
you're talking about the long night.
is that the Long Night?
No, what you're talking about is, I think, the previous season, but the biggest battle on the last season was the long night,
Okay.
where it was
That's
like
where Arya kills
Mhm,
the Night King, which
mhm.
that was controversial in itself. I don't know
Yeah,
if I necessarily have an opinion about that, but
yeah,
that's for a
another
rewind. That's for a rewind and analyze. Um, but yeah, there were highs in the final season of Game of Thrones.
yeah,
This final season, there were no highs to me. Like
yeah,
there was no like, oh shit, this is great TV that I'm watching. It
yeah,
all felt like below average in comparison to what they've done before.
mediocre,
And there was nothing that was like, okay, I'm looking forward to this.
yeah,
So dub, I would anybody who's new to Stranger Things, watch the first 4 seasons, then quit after that. Don't even bother. It's unfortunate because it could have been in the conversation of one of the better TV shows in the streaming era, but I think this definitely puts a stain on it, and,
yeah,
it is what it is. So, I think, you know how my brain works in terms of, like, the operational aspect of things. It'll be very interesting to see what is next for Netflix. Um,
that was the biggest show.
That was the biggest show, and that is essentially like their last big original content show. Orange is the New Black is done. Ozark is done. They no longer have the Marvel characters. House of Cards has been finished. Squid
Mhm,
Games is done. I feel like I'm missing something else that was really popular. But all their original shows are now completed.
mhm,
So, it's great when you could like bring in a show that's already aired and like gain a new audience, but
yeah,
you're also licensing that. So you're not really
mhm,
getting the kind of money that
mhm.
you normally would from
It was the
producing
original.
and releasing your original content. So
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see what they do moving forward, especially if their Warner Brothers purchase gets blocked by the government. But
ugh.
okay, I don't care. It is
Yeah,
what it is. But that is the first of many episodes of 2026. I
mm,
know we gave y'all a lot.
a lot of
Um,
hate,
hey man, you came here
a
for
lot
the
of hate.
authenticity. So there you have it. And I'm sure once I start putting the social clips, people will agree with us. They tend to, even though there there was some haters
It's
the
always
last few
haters.
weeks.
It's always
In the
haters.
words of Kanye, hater niggas marry hater bitches and have hater kids. So there you have it. There you have it. There you have it. But yeah, yes, this is the first of many episodes. We're gonna have a very jam-packed January.
I'm
We
excited.
have The Pit is returning, so we're definitely covering that. His
Yes.
and Hers limited series with Tessa Thompson and
Yeah,
John Berthal on
excited.
Netflix, I think comes out next week. We have the next Game of Thrones spinoff, or I guess
Mhm.
prequel-ish, with A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You also have Hijack season 2 coming out with Idris
Excited about
Elba.
that.
So we gonna be
A
booked
lot
and
of TV
busy.
to
Yeah,
watch.
we're gonna booked and busy. And of course, we have our rewind and analyze series where we go back and rewatch our favorite TV shows or shows we haven't seen for the first time. And hint, the show that we are covering, I have never watched. So
I know.
all of my
I'm so scared.
feedback, all of my feedback will be original and
Yes, it will.
untarnished.
Yes, it will.
So you know what you need to do: like, comment, subscribe, rate and review. We're on YouTube, we're on Amazon Music, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to us on your Kindle device as well. I feel like I'm missing one. I don't know. But
Check me
we're
out.
any and everywhere. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Threads, we're on Facebook. Show some love, show some support, share with your friends, share with family, argue with us in the comments.
Don't
I'll try.
argue, because we're not going back and forth. I said what I said.
I mean, it depends.
I'll listen.
If you're attractive, I'll listen. Listen. I'll be seeing people who be following the Instagram page. I'll be like,
Oh, here you go. All right.
I got time. But we appreciate all y'all support, and we will catch y'all for the next episode.
All right, then. Bye.